Hi, I'm Andrew Harker. Let's take a look at the grab and drive. So, here we have the GD10 model. There are 4 models in the range. This is the smallest. There is the GD10, GD20, GD30 and GD40. This unit here is for excavators and loaders, excavators from 2 tons to around 4 tons. The power of this unit is around 240 joules of energy on the hammer and around 1,000 blows per minute. So it's a pretty efficient tool for knocking posts in. The biggest model, the GD40, is around 1,000 blows a minute again, but with an impact energy of 800 joules. So that unit would go on an excavator from 8 ton to 14 tons. So let's have a look at the hammer. Starting from the top. This is a fairly standard hydraulic hammer unit, which is well used in the industry for concrete breaking, rock breaking, etc. This unit here comes down to a purpose-designed post-driving tool which replaces the standard chisel. In this case, it's a 6-inch tapered cut, so that is designed to centralise the post once you've engaged on top of it. That makes the driving more efficient. For safety reasons, we incorporate also a lanyard down here, a safety lanyard, which acts to catch the driving tool should it become detached from the hammer for any reason. So, a taper lock fit between the driving tool and the stem. So again, simple and strong. Okay, moving to the grab now. The grab is a heavy-duty timber type grab, hard ox jaws, so pretty tough and durable for handling posts and positioning them. Hydraulically operated, of course, great for grabbing a bundle of stakes or bigger posts, and for picking up and placing individual posts before driving them in. Moving back to the mounting interface here, we have a subframe which incorporates tool holders for spare tools. So I will just rotate the unit to show you. Okay, so in this case you can stow 2 spare tools here. This one here is the standard chisel that would be used for breaking rock or concrete should you need to. There's also a position here for stowing a rock spike, as we call it, which is basically a blunt-ended long tool for creating guide holes in difficult ground. So wherever you go, you've got the spare tools with you to cope with any different ground conditions you may come across. Moving back now, we have on this particular unit, we've got the loader interface. This is a fairly new development for us. This enables the grab and drive to be used on pretty much any loader on the market. The interface is exactly the same as the excavator here, so it's interchangeable. On an excavator you'd have an excavator interface. In this case, obviously, it's the loader interface, which is a special design incorporating a rail system which gives you enormous versatility between different types of loader. In this case, we've got the Bobcat type loader interface here, which these brackets just slide onto this rail system. But there is an enormous number of variances that we can put on here. So, for example, just a couple of differences. Down here you've got the Trema loader interface. There I think is something like Mapro or maybe JCB. So, but there are several different types to give you complete versatility across loaders, telehandlers, track loaders, tractor loaders, whatever loader you've got. Okay, so the situation with this one, hydraulically speaking, we have 4 hoses coming out of the unit, 2 for the grab, 2 for the hammer. If your loader or excavator hasn't got 2 circuits on it, then we can offer a diverter valve kit, which the diverter valve just sits under this subframe here, and it gives you the ability to drive the hammer and the grab from one double-acting hydraulic circuit. Simple to install, Very simple to operate. So, let's move around now to the chain box. This is here to allow you to gauge the depth of the post and also the verticality. So you simply feed the chain out, like so. The chain comes down through this eye and sits down alongside the post driving tool. So once you've engaged the driving tool on top of the post, you look at the bottom of the chain and you can tell whether you are vertical, and you can also tell what depth you're at. So simple, but very effective. So that's the chain box. That comes as standard. Now, when you look at this, you might think it's a pretty big device to transport, but the design of the loader interface is such that to make the transport size much smaller, this bracket here, this interface here, simply reverses on these bolts. So you get the loader interface sits up vertically, as on this unit here. This unit is set up for transport, and it goes on a standard size pallet, which is quite an important feature for the international market. So there are different tool options to go with the grab and drive for post driving. On this unit, as I said, there's a tapered driving tool. You can also have a flat type driving tool with screw-in studs, as in down there. That's good for driving irregular shaped posts like squares and rectangles. The tool next to it is an 8-inch driving cup, tapered driving cup. That would fit in standard to the GD 20, 30 and 40. This tool here is an example of the what we call the rock spike, but basically a blunt end tool for creating guide holes. This particular one's out of a GD 30. Tool changing is a very simple and safe process. It is merely a case of removing a rubber grommet from this position here, sliding out the retaining pin, and then changing the tool. So the tool can be changed from the driving tool to a chisel, for example, in less than a minute in reality. So quick, simple, safe. So there we have it, pretty much. That is the grab and drive, simple, safe and efficient.